Yo guys, this is Tenta. I recently ranked every anime I've ever watched, and during that video, I mentioned that I had an idea for 2026, and that's to rewatch a variety of series that I enjoyed but haven't seen in a while. I already know that I'm going to start with Eureka 7, or sorry, Eureka 7, as they butcher the pronunciation in Japanese. After that, however, I am open to any series on the list I have. If you have any input on that, if you would like to see a specific series, let me know in the comments, and that could influence my decision. The current list is as follows. Of course, Eureka 7. Next up on the list is Blue Gender. Next, we have Steins Gate, Samurai Champloo, Blood Plus, Outlaw Star, Wolf's Rain. So those previous ones are the initial list. After that, I'm considering rewatching some of the relatively newer series. For example, Jujutsu Kaisen. I do love this series. It is a lot of fun. However, I will say, for some reason, I am so god awful at remembering almost every character's name in Jujutsu Kaisen except for like the main cast. I would say almost every episode they'll drop a name and I'm like, oh god, who the fuck is that? And that's not good. That's probably the dementia setting in, but also just I think it would benefit me to kind of rewatch the series from the beginning all the way up to where we are right now, which the current season has just started. Another option is Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is currently going through movie releases for the final arc. I do want to re-experience the original series, specifically the first season. I do think that the first season, for some reason, it just doesn't stick out in my memory that well. I know it's great. I know it was fun. So that's definitely one on the list. Another is Mushoku Tensei. I mentioned in my tier list that I do rather enjoy this series. I actually remember the vast majority of the events here, but it's just such a fun ride that I think it would be great to rewatch it from the beginning once again. And last but certainly not least, Frieren. Frieren is amazing. I've mentioned that in my tier list. I've been gushing about this show since my friends recommended it to me. Can't say enough good things about Frieren. So yeah, really, I remember almost everything about this series. If I were going to rewatch it, it would definitely be one of the later series, and it would really just be to re-experience it because it is a goddamn ride and a great one at that. So that's the list. Like I said, the initial batch are going to be the first ones I'll watch. I might consider rewatching some of the newer series afterwards, but those will definitely be secondary. So, how am I going to cover this rewatch project? So, I think what I'll do first is I'll record just a brief video of me going off the top of my head, trying to recall things about the series. I'll call out spoilers at the beginning of each video. So, for example, when I start the Eureka 7 video, I will go and mention, hey, this is what I remember. Spoiler warning, X thing happens halfway through. So I'll try and mention things I remember, significant moments or themes. I'll mention what ranking I gave it on my tier list initially. I'll mention how long it's been approximately since I've seen a particular series. So after that initial recording and that initial brain dump, I'll then rewatch the series. During the rewatch, I'll take notes, and at the end, I will record another video and just go off my notes and talk about things that I remembered properly, things that I either just did not remember at all, or maybe I misremembered or had the wrong interpretation of, and just anything else I find notable about the series. At the end, I will reassess the series that I just rewatched, and I'll say, hey, I originally gave this a blank rating. After rewatching, it should be higher, it should be lower, and then I'll re-rank it if it's appropriate. So hopefully this sounds like an interesting idea to you. If you do have any suggestions about my rewatch series, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Peace.